Let me describe a situation I see far more often than people realize. An adult child finally convinces their parent to let them inside their house. They open the door and freeze. Stacks of newspapers, rooms that can't be used, narrow walking paths, expired food, boxes piling to the ceiling, and the parent says something like, I know it looks bad, but I might need that. This isn't laziness. This isn't stubbornness. And it's not just being messy. It's one of the most overlooked and emotionally complicated issues in senior care. Today, we're talking about the silent crisis of seniors living with hoarding behaviors, why it happens, why families struggle to address it, and most importantly, what you can actually do without shaming, forcing, or blowing up the relationship. Hi, I'm Dale Corpus, a senior transition specialist and seniors real estate editor based in the San Francisco Bay Area. I'm also part of the Sandwich Generation, helping families across Contra Costa, Alameda, Santa Clara, San Mateo, and San Francisco counties navigate some of the hardest decisions of their lives. This is another episode of Sandwich Generation Solutions, powered by the Simplify Senior Transitions podcast, where we talk about the real challenges families face, not just the checklist. Let's dive in. Here's the truth. Most families don't realize there's a hoarding issue until it's already severe. Why? Because seniors with hoarding behaviors often hide rooms, avoid visitors, minimize concerns, feel intense shame, and say, I'll take care of it later. I've walked into homes in Walnut Creek, Oakland, San Jose, and Daly City where the family hasn't seen the full scope in years. And by the time they do, safety is already compromised. Hoarding is about control, not stuff. This is the most important thing to understand. Hoarding is not about the items. It's about control, loss, and fear. Many seniors who hoard have experienced trauma, loss of a spouse, financial instability earlier in life, immigration or scarcity, declining health, and loss of independence. The stuff becomes security, identity, memory, and protection against uncertainty. So when families say, just throw it away, what the senior hears is, you're erasing my life. As people age, several things happen at once. Decision-making becomes harder, energy decreases, executive function declines, emotional attachment increases, and fear of change intensifies. That combination creates paralysis. I've had seniors tell me if I start, I won't know where to stop. So nothing happens and the situation grows quietly worse. This is where compassion must meet reality. Hoarding environments increase the risk of falls, fire hazards, blocked exits, pest infestations, mold, medication mismanagement, and emergency responder access issues. I've seen situations where EMTs couldn't reach a senior, a fall went unnoticed, a minor issue became a medical crisis. Ignoring hoarding isn't kindness, it's risk. Many families make this mistake. They wait too long, then panic, then try to fix everything at once. Forced cleanouts often lead to trauma, loss of trust, increased hoarding afterward, depression, and refusal of future help. One family in Alameda County told me, we thought we were helping and we broke the relationship. That's not the outcome anyone wants. Here's what actually works. 1. Start with safety, not aesthetics. Focus on walkways, exits, bathrooms, and kitchens first. 2. Use collaborative language. Instead of, you need to get rid of this, try, how can we make this easier for you? 3. Go slow and specific. 1 drawer, 1 box, 1 corner. Progress beats perfection. 4. Bring in neutral professionals. Sometimes a third party, not a child, makes all the difference. 5. Respect autonomy wherever possible. Control matters, choice matters. Some of you may have already experienced how hoarding affects housing decisions. This is where families feel stuck. A hoarded home can delay a move, limit care options, reduce home value, and create emergency scenarios. I help families in the Bay Area sell homes as is, coordinate compassionate cleanouts, transition seniors into safer living environments, and preserve dignity while protecting finances. There is almost a solution, even when it feels impossible. Now let's talk about you for a moment. Adult children dealing with hoarding often feel embarrassment, guilt, anger, helplessness, or fear of judgment. You're not wrong for feeling overwhelmed. You're trying to balance safety, respect, time, your own family, and your own mental health. This is hard, and you don't have to carry it alone. Here's the reframe I share with families. Instead of asking, why won't they just change? Ask, what is this behavior protecting them from? That shift opens the door to compassion without ignoring reality. So today we covered why hoarding behaviors often surface or worsen with aging, why it's about control and loss, not mess, the safety risks families must address, why forcing cleanouts backfires, practical, respectful ways to intervene, and how hoarding impacts housing and care decisions. This is a crisis, but it doesn't have to become a catastrophe. This has been another episode of Sandwich Generation Solutions powered by the Simplify Senior Transitions podcast. If your family is navigating hoarding concerns, senior living decisions, downsizing, or figuring out what to do with a parent's home, I can help. Schedule a free consultation and learn more about my services at www.simplifyseniortransitions.com. Have a quick question, DM me on Instagram at SoulByDale. And don't forget, you can watch and listen to the Simplify Senior Transitions podcast on YouTube, Spotify, and Apple Podcasts. If this episode resonated, please like, subscribe, and share it with someone who needs to hear it. I'm Dale Corpus, and I'll see you on the next episode.